Yo, what's good, guys? It's your girls with NRI Passports. I'm Shiv.
And I'm Josh.
So here's this week's dose of unfiltered and unapologetic takes on beauty standards in
Desi's.
Yeah.
That's
In
quite
Desi's.
in Desi's. For Desi's.
Yeah.
Correcting myself. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about a range of issues for like
things we've experienced, things that we've seen in the Indian community that are,
or not even in, I feel like Indian community, yes, and also like just things we've seen in media, what's been media propaganda, socials, you know the drill. And before we start, we want to make it very clear, as with every episode, we do not intend on disrespecting any person, culture, or community. It's all just in good fun. And today's episode, we are treading on some delicate issues, so we don't want to undermine anyone's experiences and what they've been through, or the kind of things that they've had to deal with in their life. Again, we're just good fun, good lighthearted banter with our tea. Wink, wink.
and just talk about some of the relatable and experiences that we faced ourselves, being Desi gals
Desi
ourselves. So, as you know, this is Desi Off Duty, the podcast. So sit back, sip your chai, and enjoy.
Okay, so wow, I feel like we start every episode the same.
I know.
Okay, so Desi beauty standards. Okay, before we start this episode, I feel like let's like talk a little bit more personality the baat karte daily. Please, let's discuss personal experience. So do you feel like you have to live up to a certain beauty standard, like just in general, like, you know, when you're like whether it's like around Indian people or just in general in life?
I think it was more when I was younger.
Okay.
I feel like when things around me were just shoved in my face and like people
okay. Whoa. Damn.
But like I think also like growing up in Hong Kong, it's like people around you don't really look like you.
Yes.
You know, like you're in a school full of different people that are all different cultures and nationalities and stuff. So sometimes you look at yourself, and I'm dark skinned myself.
Right.
So I even look at other Indians that are maybe lighter, and I used to look at them and be like, oh, why am I dark? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and even just having like probably like, because like I think like color, like, okay, let's put it out there, colorism is like, it's like this huge big Indian issue, and it's like so many like even like products in India and stuff like Fair and Lovely, let's put it out there, that like encourages this idea that, you know, fairness is the concept, and beauty matlab is white. Like that's
what people say.
That's essentially what they're saying.
But also it's like being a Desi girl, like that shit is difficult, yo, because I think being a girl in general, like the shit that has been.
Listen, you man them. It's not just, we don't come looking at there's like this when we would come out of the shower. It takes time and effort.
But the thing is that like just being a Desi girl is like the things that you have to put up with, plus also like society's image of you, and then just like bitching and like this toxic culture that we have around us. You know what I mean?
Toxic culture. Yeah, I know. I get you.
So it's just like all that shit that we have to deal with. Like props to all our Desi girls out there.
Yeah,
we feel you.
I mean, honestly, brown skin girls be looking
skin just like pals.
Yeah,
the best thing in the world.
I need to ask the producers, are we on America's Got Talent? Or not America, sorry, Hong Kong's Got Talent? No, cut that shit out, bro. No, I get you. I mean, at least look at her, she can sing. So aunties, before you hate, before you start saying
I have talents.
She has talents. Talent matlab to hai yahan pe. Aap nahi thama rahe ho hamara. I'm kidding. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Try hitting too hard. Yes, no, seriously. I mean, it's all in good fun, but also yes, I actually get really I actually like get really really irritated by this issue, because it's like and like even like jokes, like, you know, because like even like in my family, like a predominant members of my family are fair skin. That's from my dad's side. But like my mom's side, like a lot of them are like you said, duskier skin. And it's like, for me, and like it's always this joke, like it's like, oh, because you guys have like fair skin, you think like, and I'm like, why?
They think that if you have fair skin, suddenly you think you're better than everyone else.
And
but it also is like people do think that they are better than everyone
and stuff
else.
Like that irritates me, because I'm like, honestly, like, and then it's even more irritating because I'm like, you don't understand, like having like dark skin or light skin, like
it doesn't, like none of it matters.
None of it matters at all.
But I know it's so crazy that people have made it into such an issue. Just speaking of the Indian community, like in terms of the fact that, because when I was younger, I've had experiences with
really?
Fair and Lovely. And
so
then,
you actually felt like you had to.
Yes, so basically, when I was
Whoa.
younger,
Yeah.
I used to watch TV shows and I used to see people around me and I used to think that, like, why am I so dark?
Yeah.
And something just fell in the studio. Ooh, some juju going on here. Anyway,
We dropping some bombs. That's why.
Yeah. No. So basically, like when I was younger, I used to feel like I need to live up to this certain standard of being on the lighter side. I don't know why I thought that being lighter would make me look better, or I thought that I would look good if I was lighter. So I bought Fair and Lovely. I even bought Garnier. Garnier has a lightening cream. It's like a yellow lightening cream. It was like a lemon lightening cream.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and I used to put that shit on my face.
This is not product placement, by the way.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
But like, so I used to put like Garnier and all that stuff on my face. And you know what pisses me off the most is that when I used to go into school and like when it used to come around the summertime, and I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go out in the sun. I'm going to go get a tan. And then people would be like, you don't need a tan though.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, you don't even make comments on what I need to get or not. I need to do.
I actually have heard this from a lot of people, and this is actually like, for those of you who maybe didn't know this is a thing, brown skin girls do get tans. Like it's not just catered towards lighter skinned people.
Yeah,
like,
but
everyone
it's like,
can get a tan.
what is the relation between my skin color and me saying I want to go get a tan?
Because it's like, it's more like
my skin is less prone to damage, first of all, because we got that melanin popping.
So Susan, stick to your SPF 35 and 100s. Stay in that corner of the supermarket. Please don't be coming in our, that tanning oil section, because I know for a fact you ain't gonna ever be able to afford that. So, kidding.
But yeah, it's like people saying all this stuff about you, and then I used to genuinely, like, when I used to go on a holiday before, like I used to get dark because my skin can go to like really dark. And if I was out in the sun all day, I'd be super dark, and then I'd come back and like summer's done, I'd go back to school and I'm just like really dark. My skin's really dark, and then I used to like put on like this face cream and stuff like that. And you know what the strange part is that in my family, it was never encouraged to like, put on this fairness cream, like you look better. Because my dad actually and my mom always were like, let's get tan, like we want to get dark, like we want to look like we've gone on holiday, you know? So it was never like that. So all this idea of becoming fair for me came from media. I think all of it was influenced by media, and also being around people that are not dark skin
and don't have like even like, or even just like going like even things like makeup shopping, right? Like it's only is it just me? Call me crazy. Like, is it just me? But like, can you live in a place where you're like your skin tones and stuff? Like, because Indian girls. By the way, all you beauty brands just creating 3 shades of tan.
Lol.
What are you doing? Where's your research department? Are you guys also mixing paint when you make this stuff? Like, it's weird because I'm like, there is so many ranges. Like, we have so many tones on our face. Are you dumb? Like, you're sitting here saying like, and you know what pisses me off? The worst marketing campaigns that be sitting here and be like, we cater to all skin tones.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Just because dark, if you're one dark shade doesn't mean you're missing out the whole range.
Just because you put 3 really good skin models with different ranges and doesn't make like, please brands, if you're listening to this is consumer advice. I am not a marketing expert. Actually, I am. I'm in marketing. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a bit, it's really weird to me that like, and there was a time where like you genuinely went for a foundation shade, and I think there was only 1 or 2 companies that did it.
Shout out to Riri.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
The moment that I was able to fully wear foundation is after Fenty came out, because I was using MAC, like NC42, y'all girls know.
Y'all know what's up.
So NC42 was obviously the GOAT for foundation, but still it was like NC42, every Indian girl was using that. So can you imagine like the variety of skin tone, but we're all trying to fit into the NC42.
We're all using that one. And then God forbid you got to find a concealer with that. It's like, oh, Jesus,
so it was like, I mean, shout out to NC42 gang, but we got to move on from that shit, you know?
Mac, come on, please. There is numbers past 42. Like,
so
please access them.
So when Fenty came out and I found my shade, I was like, oh my God. Like, there's makeup made for me.
And it was crazy how to the T. It to the T.
Like, it literally feels like my
I think me
skin.
and you even had a moment once where we were getting ready together to go out.
Yeah.
And then we like, I think we whipped out like concealer, we whipped out foundation, and we're like, wait, you use that too? I was like, I use that too. Like,
so it was
crazy.
It was crazy. And just it's getting better now in terms of makeup, and people are starting to be inclusive. But we have a long way to go. I mean,
I actually would like to be in a section in a beauty store where I'm like looking at like a whole ass section where I'm like, you know what, everything in here I could buy. You know what I mean? Because now you gotta be sometimes you gotta ask me shop assistants to help you out, because I'm like, I'm not seeing what I want to see.
But you know what? Let's bring it back. Like, we went to makeup brands and stuff. Let's bring it back to actually Desi Bollywood movies.
Oh yeah, because there's like that whole thing. There's like so many actresses and actors have like done magazine cover. There's magazine looks.
Yeah, but you know what? At that time, the culture, the environment was completely different. People weren't speaking out on these topics. People weren't looking at this and being like, hey, you know what, this is wrong, like we should not be promoting this. It's wrong, Didi.
It's so wrong,
Didi. You're not doing right.
Just because your mom didn't
just because your face is going 1 2 3 and it's changing shades each time. Y'all,
just because you're morphing into someone else in your own video campaign.
Who thought that was a good idea to do that? But you know what, Fair and Lovely, they recently changed their name to, what is it, Glow and Lovely. I mean, props to them for changing their whole entire brand, but also like props to them for doing the stupid shit and encouraging girls to do dumb shit like that. But you know what? It wasn't just women. It was men. Fair and Lovely had men. Garnier had men lightening creams, which I was like, that means it's not just a female thing. It's just, if you are light skinned, you are probably richer, you have a better standard, you have this
people
and all that.
People really be thinking like that. That's like being like, oh, you did an engineering degree, so that means you're Jeff Bezos. Like that's that's how you're saying it in life. Yeah. And it's just weird and dumb shit like that. I can wholeheartedly say, and I don't want to like, because I don't want to like, I don't want to make something that's not my, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to downplay anyone's, like, I genuinely know colorism, it's like, it pisses me off, because I'm like, it's to an extent where I'm like, there's actually, and I've read, like, when I was like scrolling through socials and stuff, like, I've actually read girls who feel like shit their whole life.
Of course.
Their mom's like, oh, you're not doing enough to like,
and
they're like,
because like, I can't imagine like family pressure on top, because I've not experienced family pressure and saying you need to be lighter or something, but I can't imagine for girls who have to deal with that. Like, damn, ma, like, it's crazy. But you know what? There's also this thing where it's just like, I don't know what it is about Bollywood, and they're just like, they take no steps forward and they just push themselves back to like you're describing Bollywood actors' mental thinking state. That's how they are. Yeah, but I'm also describing the fucking movie that just came out, Coolie #1.
Oh, what happened to that?
So Varun Dhawan is meant to play a coolie, and obviously that's not a high society standard job. It's a middle class, relatively low form of job. Yeah. And in that, he's brown-faced himself. So he has literally put on a darker shade of brown to make it look like he works in the sun, he's doing manual labor and stuff like that. So people who work as coolies or lower like income jobs, they're dark. So it's like are you blind to everything that's going on around you right now? Like the director, like David Dhawan, are you freaking blind, bro?
Another instance where Indian makeup artists, come on, man, like what?
But like these people really are out here tweeting about social issues. Even the actors themselves, like people who are actors in that movie, you're getting brown face. Do you not think to yourself for 1 second, like, hey, I don't think I need to be brown to play this? Do you not tell your makeup artist
before he wets his blending brush, like, hey,
like, allow that freaking brown.
Hey, that shade don't look like. I mean, girl, like, seriously, I can recognize a really bad foundation.
No, but it's purposely done. Like, this is
but I think that's
purposely done, and which is like, that's so bad. And there's also that dumbass song that came out that was
again brown face, or
no, it was that Beyonce Sharma Jayegi. Do you remember that song? What?
Oh, what
was that?
Oh, because the main, like, the heroine in the song was a white, like,
no, they basically said like. They were calling the girl like Goriya, and then they were saying Beyonce Sharma Jayegi because you're so like white and fair.
First of all, Beyonce, if you think the level of confidence you have to think Beyonce,
the level of confidence you have to put Beyonce in a dirty ass song like that is beyond me.
I mean, she herself does not want to quit the music industry because she realizes people like you have a platform. Yeah. Like, sorry, but that's what's up.
But like in songs from time, it's like Gori Ladkiya, Chitti Ladkiya, and all that stuff. Like, there's no need for that shit. I just recently
found out one of my favorite childhood Bollywood movies, Main Hoon Na.
Yeah.
Has a song Gori Gori Gori.
Oh,
Yeah, and I just found that out. Like, you just said that, and I was like,
oh
shit. Like, that.
See, this shit has just been like ingrained into our head.
Can we, okay, you know what? I feel like this is, I do want to, it's like I'm being a part of one of the million people that have told Bollywood this. Stop with this shit. You are embarrassing yourself, setting yourself so much backwards. And then it kind of makes it hard for like, not just like the Indian audience, but like you're making it harder for yourself to place yourself in the world. Like Bollywood, you're making it harder for yourselves. Like you know what it is? I think it's also because like why they feel like, okay, being backward, like they justify it because they're like, fuck it, we have 1 billion people watching us. We don't really give a shit what anyone else's opinion. And that sucks because it's like if you're sitting over there thinking that the opinion of those, no offense, like those really, really disgusting people who watch your films and think, oh, you know what, like you've put a fair-skinned girl, that's like, that to me is like, wow, so you would rather listen to like an audience member like that than to listen to like a global platform.
But it's also like, do you not want to teach those audience members something? Like, do you not want to put out a positive message instead of saying dumb, regressive shit like that? You know?
But anyway,
this one's a mad topic.
It's getting me hot and bothered. Yes. So, like you said, it sucks, man. It's a crazy world.
So all the brown girls there, like,
y'all hot.
Love your skin, dark, that melanin, light. Melanin is a gift from God, girls. Like seriously, we got that shit.
Seriously,
so
I'm gonna be happy you don't have to put Tipex as foundation. So
stay glowing and stay popping.
Stay popping. Hey, so, and then on the topic of like, because we're talking about beauty standards, I have to bring this up. Can we just talk about like all this crap and like not even just crap, but like this is I think this is like a Desi thing, but also like it's just about weight and like just body shaming. And I actually, for like you said, like I actually have had oh my god, I've lost count. Like damn, like do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy how many times a day like I'll scroll through social media, I'll see Bollywood actresses, and I'm like, or you know what pisses me off the most is when people are like trying to be like, we're trying to be body positive and all this and that, but I'm like, you're not really like, you're not portraying an accurate picture of body positive. So on that topic, like yes, another issue that I think is really pissing off and something I've kind of had experience with, but like kind of just become immune to, is just like being judged on your like body size. Yeah. Like,
but it's also like with Desis, I don't know if it's like, are you like aunties, are you just socially awkward or something? Or like, why is it the first thing that comes out of your mouth saying like, oh, you look like healthy.
You look a little healthy. You look like, oh.
Like, what's your, why?
वजन बढ़ गया है तुम्हारा. You need
to वो
Fresher 15 किया आपने. आपने Fresher 15 किया है. This is not correct. Auntie सिखाओ अपने बच्चों को that is not the way to judge people. Seriously, but like it's not even, I feel like aunties, but even like just distant relatives,
but even like freaking men like telling you that you're looking a little plump, you're looking a little
oh my god fat. Seriously, you nasty men on Instagram who comment on actresses and even just people's pictures and being like, मैम आपने थोड़ा वजन बढ़ गया है आपका, please go to the fitness center लोखंडवाला में आपको 50%. Like, why are you commenting that? First of all, like, are you getting commission?
Oh my god.
And second of all, I genuinely don't want to be those people that like literally just wants to like hate on you, whatever. But seriously, I am hating on you. Like, I'm actually,
those people should get hated on because who the fuck are you?
I get, you know what the thing with aunties,
but no one's commenting on a male celebrity's photoing like, oh ye kya ho gaya tujhe.
And seriously, what is up with male celebrities also? Please, like, I'm saying for anyone in general, if you're gonna sit here and be an actor and stuff like that, understand that you have a platform, millions of peoples, okay?
Yeah.
पूरा देश देख रहा है आपको. Please, ऐसे मत आप abs Photoshop मत कराओ, please. Because there's genuinely people out there that
levels of
Photoshop, and even actresses. I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, we've grown up seeing like, literally, I remember Kareena Kapoor did this whole advertorial spread on size 0, and my mom was like, oh my god, like, I'm like, in my life,
that is unhealthy. First of all,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And first of all, there are women out there that forget being size 0. They will never be anything less than a size 10. That is normal, and that is very okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've been a size 10 and more my whole life.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. It's like, actresses don't be talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, why are you sitting here and being like, yeah, we should accept all this. I'm like, sis, I know for a fact your talent manager's gonna shoot you if you get like talk like realistically.
Be realistic and say that the reason why I need to do. But the thing is that you shouldn't even need to be losing weight. Like, unless you're playing a starved child in a movie, then you can lose weight because it fits the role. Why does it have to be that you're an actress, but you have to starve yourself to play a
Have
role
you
of an
ever
actress.
seen a role? This is Bollywood. I'm looking at you real quick. Have you ever seen a role where like the actress is supposed to play this average girl, like this very normal, average girl, Joe, and she's super skinny? I was like, who? I was like,
why do you look like you have a fitness trainer? Why do you look like you go to the nutritionist that Kareena Kapoor goes to? Like
why do you?
I don't think a normal middle class girl does
Why
that.
do you have a jawline?
Yeah.
And no eye bags. Like, and the girl, she clearly looks like she's doing like 100 jobs in the movie, and there's no eye bags on her face. Like she has no. Do you know what I mean? And she's
we out here covering that shit up, like on a day-to-day
I've gone
basis.
through like 500 bottles of foundation just to record this video. Like, I'm just kidding, but seriously, like I just feel like like seriously, we're progressive. Like we again shout like, why is it all Rihanna always? Hello Bollywood, kuch karo. Deepika, what are you doing? Sitting over there.
Makeup by cat.
Yeah, makeup by cat. Priyanka Chopra. Y'all need to talk about these kind of issues because it's irritating as fuck. Going and looking at these magazines, looking at a cover of Lakme Fashion Week and saying, oh my god, wow, she is wearing a Manish Malhotra brows, and I know for a fact that no, but you know what? It's just and it's also like just comments being like it's not even like, you know what I realized? It's not comments like, oh, you're such a fatty. Like that's not what people do anymore. It's
very low-handed,
very low blow, like very low blows.
But the thing is that they think that it's normal. Like it's you know normal for them to make these comments.
You know what? I'm gonna give aunties a little bit of a break here. I'm gonna even say I've actually met a couple of Indian girls growing up.
Yeah.
I actually had a couple of Indian girls being like, and I've actually met them like a few years after uni and stuff like that. Girl, yes, I partied a little bit. I had fun at uni. Like I wasn't sitting there smashing my head in books. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I went to uni to have fun as well. Like, why are they?
I wanted those chips and cheese at the end of the night.
Yes, I did. I mean, girl, damn. Like I wanted Domino's. They giving me the free sauce. I'm gonna take it. Like
2 for Tuesdays. I want that.
Yeah. So why am I sitting here and then seeing you months later, like acting like you giving your opinion like it matters? Like if I wanted it, I would have accepted your follow back request.
Yeah.
So, but then I've had girls that literally be like, and they were like, these are like, mind you, these are girls that are like obviously like super skinny because of their good genes or whatever, like whatever reason it is, good on you. And they're like, oh my god, they're like, you've gained weight, and I'm like, yeah, and I still look hot. And 90% of the time, sis, I gain weight and I still, you know what I mean?
I'm still rocking it.
I still look better than you do on a Tuesday. Like, so what's up? But seriously, like, it irritates me.
But no one should be able to comment on someone's weight.
Yeah.
You know,
weight gain and loss. Aunties, uncles, cats, mouses, the dishwasher comes to clean your house. Like, please. It's a normal thing.
Just allow it.
Like, it's a normal thing. It's a very normal thing. And it's
fine if you're skinny. It's fine if you're heavier. It's fine if you're in the middle. It's fine if you're got hip dips and shit like that. Like,
yeah, literally.
It's fine. Like it's completely fine as long as you're happy and you're mentally in a good state.
I'm just saying what I feel like when I have a Domino's as opposed to a salad. I mean that in itself is
about people who are heavier, but also people who are thin. Yeah. Like a lot of aunties, like they won't fucking spare you. Like if you're thin or if you
shoving that laddus and shit down.
There's this thing called Chavanprash, and I know girls who are like super skinny, and aunties are like, you need to put on more weight, you need to do this, like keep eating, and it's like eventually. Yeah. The body will put on weight. Like you need to chill out and let it go.
Don't have any scientific research behind anything.
It's just like, oh, you're looking skinny now, so you need to eat this. Then you look fat, then they're gonna say this to you. It's like,
can I
just stop? Just stop completely.
Can it just be me, my treadmill, and my diet? Can it just be that? Can you please not?
But you know what? Also really funny is that if you tell an auntie that you're on a diet, the look that they'll give you is like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sitting here and then
judging you on a diet as well.
Shaming you on your choices. Aunties, I don't think y'all want us to live.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But I really feel like aunties or anybody in general, like, what do you get out of saying that, oh, yeah, you look like you put on weight?
You know what? Here's the thing, and this is something that
I think they just say that, like, they say it out of love and out of, like, they care for you. But there are a lot of things you can just say, I love you.
I had a meme reaction when aunties say things out of love. Yeah, okay. Out of love, auntie, that love is a very difficult concept. Aapko samajh nahi aayega. Like, this is not out of love. Like, you cannot be toxic in the name of love. Like, we're not writing a Shakespeare play here. Like, seriously, why? No, seriously. And I think that's why, like, the other thing is, like, I've always, like, grown up, like, thinking, like, oh, they're just saying it to be nice and stuff. Yeah. And after a while, I'm like, if you're saying it to be nice, shut up. Yeah. If you want to be nice, shut up. Shut up. Woo.
Shut up.
We are not on a Big Boss confessional. Like,
Yeah, so I mean, this is just our this is our take.
This is our 2 rupees on the situation,
because we are 2 rupees people.
We are 2 rupees people always. Kamal Arkan, shout out to you.
So I mean, this is our take, and a little bit. I guess today was a bit of a rant rather than like a discussion. I think it was a discussion.
I think
and a bit of a rant.
I think I've sweat down my back because I'm that hot and bothered about this situation.
Because I mean, speaking about these topics, I don't know what like.
And if you're one of those people that's like, oh my god, beaten to death, like we've talked about this so much, like everyone's always talking about this. Yes, we need to.
We need to, and we always will.
If you listen to 100 podcasts talking about the same shit, we need to. Because
till things get better and till you're not making that change.
Till I don't have a foundation shade where one squirt just covers my whole face and I'm happy with the way that it's matching my tone, we're gonna have these issues. I'm just kidding. No, seriously, we gotta be serious about these issues, and we're using our platform to do that. So
next time you hear an auntie saying that you put on a lot of weight,
eat a lot in front of her.
Yeah,
that is the correct response, or you can throw it at her. Up to you, whichever. And on that note, we shall
end and close this episode.
Close.
Bus. Enough.
Aapka weight. Okay. I don't know what was in the chai today, but
we sipping that.
And on that note, see y'all next time, please.
This has been Desi Off Duty, the podcast. So hope you guys enjoyed this.
Auntie, enjoy my arm fat. Enjoy it. I want you to see that.
Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Once again, we are not making light of the situation. As you can see, we are very serious about this situation.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week. And
yeah.
So follow us on Instagram and make sure you subscribe.
Subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe, Dillies.
Subscribe.
Dillies, subscribe.
Dillies, dudes, bros.
Subscribe.
Jai Mata Di.
Rocks.